Right. Uh, so we were talking about the operating system problems, right? So today I promise you that I show you that the installing, uninstalling, and repairing of application software, right? So we'll do that practical, right? Uh, First, we'll finish off the rest of the things, and finally we'll do the practical. Okay, right. So we were talking about the problems related to the software. Basically, we got two types of software. That is applications software, right? Yes, application and the operating system software, right? So I told you that we can get problems, right? So software related problem. Uh, it can be either application software or operating system related, or it can be uh, both application and OS related, right? So we should have some understanding, right? Um, about the um, so how to segregate these kind of issues, like basically whether it is coming from application software or whether it is related to operating system, or um, we need to resolve that issue considering both application and operating system. So likewise we need to segregate the problem. So last time I explained about the operating system and the so operating system is our base layer, right? On top of the operating system, we need to install application softwares. Let's say app one, app two, app three, app four, right? So these are different applications, right? So we need to install operating system. That's our first software we need to install, right? Otherwise we can't make use the computer, right? So first we need to install the operating system. Actually, where are we going to set up the operating system, Buddha? So where we place the operating system or the application softwares? What's the component? What's the hardware component we're going to put operating system on? What's the hardware? Any idea? System unit is a sort of a container. We got uh, many components, right? So power supply, motherboard, hard disk drive, floppy disk drive, right? Likewise, so we got so many components. So among these, so what's the hardware component that we install operating system or the application softwares? No, no. CPU is a processing device, Putha. So input, processing. So we got components: input, processing, and the output, right? So so what's our function? Input, process, and output, right? And we store data here. That's our basic functionality of the computer, right? So input, processing and output. So processing done on CPU, right? Input using input devices. Output using output devices, right? Store using storage devices. So I'm asking where we are installing operating system and the application software. Where it is stored on no hard disk drive, hard disk, right? So take one by one power supply. It's out because it's related to the usage is supplying the electricity to the components, right? Motherboard. That's the main circuit board. So we don't keep any data there. So it's a circuit board, right? Right. Floppy disk drive stores. It's actually a floppy. We can mm, insert floppy disk and we can make use the floppy disk drive. CPU, it's a processing device, so it won't hold data, it will process and it will send to the memory, right? So the hard disk drive, so this is one, this is our hard disk drive, right? You have seen the internal, so how it is, right? So on these plates, right, see on these plates all the uh, data will be stored. So operating system or whatever the application, those are data, right? So comes as a files, right? So everything will be stored on the storage devices here. It's hard disk drive, right? So hard disk drive keeps all this information, all this operating system and the application. So it's a data basically, right? So hard disk is this hardware component, right? So it's disk drive. And so when we are installing operating system through CD-ROM, all the files get copied to the hard disk drive, right? Then once we start the computer, it will get the files from hard disk drive and it will start the computer, right? So operating system resides on the hard disk drive, right? Not only operating system, all the data saving, you save here, right? So everything, not only hard disk drive, actually you have another storage devices like CD-ROMs, uh, pen drives and all, but here, so if you consider the system unit, right, where the operating system resides, right, most common the place is internal hard disk drives, right? So we go into, so we have some lessons like yeah, we need to partition the drives, we need to separate the drives. Those are different kind of things, right? We learned at that time. So hard disk drive, that's the place where we store the data, right? So operating system is stored here in hard disk drive, and once operating system well established, we can put application softwares one by one, right? Maybe we can install game, maybe a media player, maybe word processing software, Excel software. So likewise, we can put. But before that, we need operating system to be installed on the hard disk drive, right? So hard disk drive is the major component where we install application and the operating system, right? So here now we have operating system and the application software, right? So we discuss, no, we can get problems on our application software, even operating system as well. So last time we discussed about the application software related issues, right? So today we'll just see what are the problems we can get um, problems with, related to the operating system, right? So two types of problems, right? So what they're saying, right? Problems in operating system, right? Some of the problems related to operating system are slow in starting the computer, slow startups. So we discussed last time also. So if your computer is really slow, that can be a um, sometimes it might be a operating system related issue. So I told you, when your computer starting, right, first it will load the operating system, right? So first it will load the operating system. So here now I am loading operator. I am powering on the computer, right? First it will load the operating system. That's the first thing it's going to do, right? First it will load. So when loading the operating system, it will start some applications required to um, operate the, I mean, uh, to work the operating system perfect. So it needs some add-on softwares, some other applications, right? It has to start along with the operating system. So those are called startup applications. Startup. So simultaneously it's starting up with the operating system, right? So first place where we going to start, it's our desktop, right? So operating system will take you to the desktop. So in this process, right? So there are some applications. It will right. It will start some applications. So those are called startup applications. So during the operating system startup process, there are some applications going to start, right? Those are called startup applications. Startup apps or programs. Right? There are few programs, not few, right? There are so many programs. It will start. Then it will take you to the desktop where you can start your computing, right? So this is your desktop. You see some icons, right? Few icons here, mouse cursor and everything, right? So that's called desktop. That's our the working space, right? So those are startup applications, right? So what they are saying, right? Problems related to the operating system. So it's booting up now. It's starting up, right? While starting up, it opens some. It executes some applications. Those are called startup applications, right? So maybe this one of this application is corrupted or it's damaged, right? So let's say this one is damaged. So this the second one is damaged, right? The second one is damaged, right? This one. So in our scenario, before comes to the desktop, before start the operate, I mean before we get the desktop, it has to execute 1, 2, 3, 4 startup applications here. 1, 2. This arrow indicates the startup application. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the second one is faulty, so it's malfunctioning, right? So that causes some significant slowness because the startup process is trying to get this fellow work, otherwise it can't move forward, right? Can't move. So it executed perfectly this one a, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. This one a, b, c, d. We got 4 startup programs, a, b, c and d. So a is okay now, right? It executed a without any problem. B, it's a problematic software, right? Maybe in normal situations, B should start, right? In normal situations, B should start within maybe 10 seconds. right, within 10 seconds. But this is very abnormal situation where the B application B takes so long to it's struggling, right? It's trying to start, but it's there's something wrong, right? B cannot start. So A within 10 seconds it came. B got maybe 5 minutes, right? And maybe operating system skipped that one after 10 minutes, after 5 minutes, it skipped, right? The normal situation it should start within 10 seconds, but it took 5 minutes afterwards. Operating system given up, so it skipped application B and it went to C, right? So C work okay, so within 10 seconds it came up and D again 10 seconds, right? So say in normal situations, right, 10, 20, 30, 40, within 40 seconds it should bring the desktop. But here it took 1, 2, 3, 10 seconds and 5 minutes means how many seconds? 300, right? 5 minutes. Application B took 5 minutes, so it means 300 seconds, right? C took again 10 seconds, D took 10 seconds. 10, 20, 30, and 330 seconds. See, normal situations it should start the computer within 40 seconds. But this is very abnormal situation it took because of the application be corrupted, right? So it took nearly 330 seconds. So it's a significant slowness, right? Hmm. You got it, right? So Manu Ladua, we're talking about startup applications. When you switch on the computer, it should bring to the desktop, right? So during that process, some applications are starting, right, along with the operating system. So those applications are called startup applications, right? Here, for the example, we took four applications, A, B, C, and D, right? In normal situations, A, B, C, and D takes 10 seconds each, right? So during the startup, it should start within 40 seconds, what 10, 20, 30, and 40 seconds. But here, so in our example, application B corrupted, right? So it took 300 seconds before operating system giving up that. So it's trying to start that one, right? So but it allocates some time. It's trying to fix itself, or maybe it's giving some time. It's called time allocation, right? So there is a limitation. So um, it allows, like, let's say 300 seconds, right? 300 seconds. So that's the maximum it's going to try that application. So it will wait up to 300 seconds to bring the application B up, but in this case fails. So at that time, timeout occurs, right? Timeout occurs. So it skip that one. So anyway, this one skip, and rest of the applications started correctly. So 10 each, that is 20. 10, 20, 30, and 300, 330 seconds. So this is very abnormal situation, right? Very abnormal situation, because our expectation is 40 seconds. Computer should start within 40 seconds, but in this case, 330 seconds, that means more than 5 minutes it took, right? Within 1 minute, 60 seconds no, from 1 minute, right? So it should start within 60 seconds, but here it took more than 5 minutes. That's very abnormal situation. So we feel very um, it's so we can feel that slowness. That's a significant slowness. So that is one issue. So what's the issue here, Hibabuta? Now, what's the issue? Yeah, that's our That's what we feel. And what's the actual technical issue here? Application B is faulty, right? You got that one. What we feel is the slowness, but actual what's the technical problem here? B is slowness, right? B is issue. Yeah, it is getting stuck. Is it okay now? Manoladu, am I getting stuck? You can see the board, right? No. Right. Let me fix that one. Is it better now? Still you cannot see, right? Manoladu, is it okay with you? Can you see me or can you hear me properly? Hmm. What is this? Seems now I'm getting better signal. What about now? Still not good? Right, right. So, uh, see here now, right? So we got four applications. So the second one is problematic, right? So it took long time and finally timed out by the operating system itself, right? Then anyway, it took 330 seconds. Our expectation was 40 seconds, right? So it's so far beyond our expectation. So we say it's slow. What was the problem now here, right? So the general people, right? So the computer users can see the slowness. So it's very irritating, slowness, right? So now take our example also, right? So what's your complaint is? So the body is blurred, right? So you can't see. Sometimes my voice is skipping, right? So it's not clear. So that's the end user complaint, right? What can be the problem, right? So it can be a communication problem. Yes, communication problem. Maybe from my end or your end. So that can be a problem. So that's a technical issue, right? So communication issue related to our service providers, service, right? So some rainy days, sometimes signal get interrupted. So that can be a reason. Or maybe some issue with my application, our Google Meet application, right? That can be a issue, right? But here we know basically it's very related to the communication type of issue. So we quickly try to diagnose the communication errors, right? To switch into the another networks, or there are so many ways, right? So anyway, so likewise here, right? We got four application. One is problem, and that causes the error, right? So what we can do, uh, maybe we can remove this application if it is not required, or maybe we can uninstall, taking off. It's called removing, right? Or maybe we can try repairing it, right? Repairing, there's options. So we're going to do some practical today, right? So we can repair and try, right? Um, or maybe we can reinstall, right? If the repair doesn't work, what we can completely remove that application, this one, and we'll reinstall it, right? So even the operating system repair, this is startup applications, right? So maybe we can try repairing operating system or this particular application. So there are simply there are some ways, right? And our problem two, that's our first problem, right? Um, right. Problem two is blank desktop. So blank desktop, right? So what's our desktop? So desktop should consist with the icons. See, this is our desktop, right? That's our working space of our operating system. So where we start menu, and some icons, right? And some shortcuts. Shortcut is a different type of icon. Shortcut where I target the original location is somewhere else. So this fellow is targeting the application somewhere else, right? So but when you open or when you click this icon, that's a shortcut. So I will tell you during the practical, right? It opens the applications where it stores somewhere else, right? So it's somewhere else you can't see here, but we can create a target, right? We can create a shortcut, right? Instead of going all the way from the drive to the folder to the application, so we can create a small shortcut. So that's those are small practicals we can do, right? That is something else. So we can see shortcuts and icons, program icons, right? So that's our desktop, right? So blank desktop, right? So now I'm going to share the screen. Screen share. Can you all see my screen? Right. So Putala, this is called desktop, right? So this is called desktop. See, there are some icons. So I told you, no, there are some shortcuts. Shortcuts is easily you can identify, and there's a small arrow, right, in the bottom. See here, can you see this small arrow here? This one, this one. Can you see these arrows? Small arrow. Not this green color one. This is something else. Small white, blue color arrow here, right? So those are shortcuts, right? Shortcuts. But this one doesn't have that kind of arrow. Those are icons, the program icons. But this one shortcut, right? Shortcut to zoom, right here. So let's say Adobe Acrobat. The shortcut to Adobe Acrobat. So once you click, so it will open the Adobe Acrobat software, right? Uh, Maybe mm, take one more thing. So here VNC view, right? So any desk, so anything, right? So this will open like, so this is targeting to the some targeting to some application somewhere else, right? So if you want to go to this application's original location, you can see, right? Go to properties and see the location. See, it's so far. It's inside the C program files, Adobe Acrobat DC, Acrobat exe. This is the original location of that file. So, but here we simply created the shortcut, right? So, if you want to see the original file location, see it's here. See program files, Adobe Acrobat DC, Acrobat, and this one. This is the fellow we going to open, right? So, we are simply putting the shortcut here, right? So instead going all the way from C program files, Adobe Acrobat, this is so here, right? So we just put shortcut. So once you click this shortcut, double click it, it will open this particular application. See, there's no difference, right? See, if you open this one, same way you can try this one also, it will open the same application. This is just a shortcut, right? So quick access, the way to access, we can quickly access this shortcut, this application through this shortcut, right? So that's one thing. So actually I wanted to tell you that, like, no desktop, these are icons, right? So our problem is no blank desktop, right? Right. Now can you see any icons? So our desktop is blank now, right? Blank. Am I correct? Nothing. You, so sometimes if you get like this in your school computer, you might wonder. So what happened to my desktop? So what happened to my icons? So last day also it was there. Now suddenly everything disappeared. All right. So first, so without thinking so many things, right? So there's a small thing you have to try it out. because there's an option in Windows operating system to hide the desktop icons, right? Some guy has, so the previous guy who operate the computer have did this trick. He did the practical, right? Now you all in trouble. Now you can't identify what the issue is, right? So there's a small way to try out, right? Just right click and go to view. See here, the last one. What is that? Show desktop icons, right? So we can try that one. Go to view. So it's under view menu, right? And show desktop icons. Okay. So you tried that one, right? So you could hide the desktop icon and get it back, right? All right. Very good. Do this small practical. So see here you can see if you take off the stick, right? Remove the stick, so it will go off. So you can see the blank desktop, right? Just view, show desktop icons. It will start showing the desktop icon. So that's a small um, trick, or it's not a tweak actually, it's a option, right? We can try it out. If you see the blank screen, you can try that one first, right? To whether it's popping up the icons, right? If not, then you have to see some, there are some advanced things, right? And there's a small option, actually Putala, it's not available in this Windows 11 thing, because my laptop is not touch enabled laptop. This option comes with the touch laptops, right? Mhm. That's called tablet mode. Tablet and the PC mode we can change. Let's try tablet mode, right? Yes, this is Windows 11 actually. That's the problem. Puta, Windows 10 you could easily get it because there's a small icon here, right? To get those tiles. Like see in your book, right? Page 31, you can see the step one, right? So just before the time, right? You got small icon, right? So it's a something like small box, right? So once you click that one, you get eight tiles, eight or it's more than eight, right? Also, right? Just like a mobile phone, you will get some tiles, right? Here you can toggle the tablet mode and the PC mode. So once you click tablet mode, it will hide the desktop, everything, and it will keep your computer ready for the like sort of a tablet kind of thing, tablet computer, right? So it will change the interface to like just like a tablet. So where you can give a touch input. So basically this works with the touch enabled. It works without touch also, but it's suitable for touch enabled computers, right? So you can see that practical. Actually, I can't do it here, right? So yes, you tried in your computer, right? That's good. You have Windows 10 operating system. Right. So then can you show us also, the others also can see? Just share it and show us. Are you using the same computer to do this lesson also, or something else? So just share the screen and show us. Sharing option you get just next to the just before the raise hand option. Right. Ah, see, Manula, just see this one. Right. You can see the tablet option. Hmm. Right. Right. Yes. Right. Likewise. Right. Yes. Thank you. So likewise, you can toggle between tablet mode and the PC mode. So it's the desktop icon and the appearance will be changed. So here I'm using Windows 11 operating system. That option is not available, right? The third one, um, the solution to that's our previous one, right? So showing the desktop icon. So maybe the hidden icons you can get it back through the show desktop icon option, right? Go to view menu and you can find that option. Right click and the view menu, right? Right. So now I'm going to share the screen again. So let's go to uh, install and some applications, right? So let's right. Right, I'm going to control panel. So there's an option called control panel, right? Where you can do so many things, right? Control panel. You can get it here, right? Just go here, right? Type control, so it will pop up the control panel, right? Otherwise, there are so many ways, Putala, you can get the control panel, right? Um, right. Here you can type and get the control panel. Windows 10 it's sometimes it's different, right? Windows 7 it's a little bit different. So anyway, the control panel is same. So you need to anyhow you need to find out the control panel. You can right click here and you can see the installed apps, right? Oh, I forgot the. So Windows 10 you should get, right? Uh, Here also in start menu you can you should have um, control panel listed here. So let's take the easiest way. This is blue color icon, right? Uh, right here, that's the control panel, right? So go to control panel, right? Control panel. Then there's an option called programs and features. Programs and features. Go to that one. So there are, see, so many applications. So here I am using, right? So these are the applications I have installed in this computer, right? So here there are plenty of applications, right? So let's take one application. So this one, right? See here, right? So some applications, right? So this Camo Studio application has given the repair option. Can you see here? Hibabuta, Manuladu. Can you see this repair option? Right. See this one, Camo Studio, you can find repair option. And here, if you go to Google Chrome, only uninstall, that is taking off. Uninstalling means taking off. See, go to 7-zip, it's only providing uninstall option. Here, right? The Acrobat one, they are given the change option, right? Any desk, yes, uninstall, change. See, right? So I'm not going to uninstall at this moment. See here, Apple mobile device support, see, they have given the repair option, right? Camo Studio, they have given the repair option. Canon, right? They have not given. So uninstall or change. Cisco, yes, only uninstall. FortiClient, yes, they are given uninstall, change and repair everything. So that's good. So even see, if you right click on the application, see, you can see the repair option, change option and uninstall option. Uninstall means you are just take everything you are taking off from the computer, this application. Let's say this application is problematic. So what you can do, first thing you can try repair, right? It will go to the repair wizard, right? Change means if you want to add or remove some features, right? If you want to add some more features or if you want to remove some features, you can change it. Uninstall, just taking off, right? If you go to Google Chrome, only uninstall is available. Google Meet, it's only uninstall. So Office applications, yes, there's a option to change. Edge, change. OneDrive, it's uninstall. See here, Teams, you can do a repair, change, uninstall everything, right? Nero, burning ROM, only uninstall. Putty, repair, right? Right. Um, Snagit, yes, uninstall, change and repair. Telegram web, right? So we'll do a small installation and see, right? Um, let's take one application. Small application will take, right? Putty, right? Putty, I'm going, it's a small application, it's called Putty, right? So I'll take this one because it got all both uninstall and repair options, right? So let's say Putty application got some error, so I'm going to repair it. So how to go to Putty? How to just go to control panel and find the program and features, select the Putty program and try repair it, right? Right. Hmm. It's not allowing me to, right? So it's asking me to do the find the installation path. So I'm going to uninstall it. So it's not possible to repair. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove it. Just go to uninstall. So it will ask you, are you sure you want to uninstall putty release 8.1 from this computer? Right? Uh, if you don't want to see this message, you can just put this tick also. So for the moment, I say no. Right? So now understand this thing, right? So this application. So let's say it's problematic. So I'll show you putty application here, right? So it's how it's look like putty, right? So this is one application. So I'm using this to get some remote connections. So those are different things, right? So I use this for get the device logins and all, right? So this one is problematic, so I'm going to uninstall this. So I don't want to I don't want this, right? So I will go to control panel and go to putty and select uninstall, say yes. So it's preparing to remove, right? It's preparing to remove, so it's going to take off this application from the computer. So it will take some time. See, it's now removing, started removing the application. Right, so it's gone now. See, here now you can't find. So let's say this ultra data for Android also I don't want, so I'm going to remove that application, right? So I don't want this one, so I'm going to uninstall. So it will ask the confirmation, right? So now, so they say don't uninstall. We'll give 70% off, 1 week license, right? So those kind of marketing things they will do, and I'm going to remove because they know that they are going to lose the customer. That I'm not happy with the software, I'm going to uninstall. So there's an option called uninstall anyway. Otherwise, you can use keep using, or you can get this 70% off. We discussed no license we have to pay, so they are giving now good offer, right? So I'm going to uninstall. They say I will don't uninstall, keep using it, I will give you 70% off from the for 1 week license. So still I don't want this application, so I'm angry with this one, so I'm going to uninstall anyway. So it will ask now, are you sure you want to completely remove Ultra Data Android and its components? Yes or no, you can say. If you say no, it will come back. If you say yes, it will start, right? Uninstalling. Was successfully removed from your computer. Right. Now that is also gone. Right. So let's install application now. So now Putty, I want to install again. So let's download Putty. Right. How to download Putty? Let's say download. Hmm. Go to putty.org. Right. That's the software location. So their website. Right. So I want to download Putty. Right. So how to download? So this is carefully you have to do, right? So see, there are so many options now, right? Why they have given so many options? Because we got so many operating systems, right? So according to our operating system, we need to find the perfect version, right? So these are bit of advanced things you should know, right? So there are different flavors, the 32-bit Windows, right? 64-bit Windows, uh, some SFTP client only, telnet only. So there are different options they give. So don't worry about these things. So I know what I want to get. So that's this is my requirement, 64-bit x86 solution, right? So I'm going to download this one. So I'll just click this, right? It started downloading. See, it's downloading now. See, 8 seconds left. So it's downloading the software. Namputala Danaganona, we have to get the software. So you should know these things, right? So gradually you can come to know, right? So here, so I have downloaded that software. This is my software location now. So I downloaded this software to the computer. Now I'm going to install it. So how to install? Just double click it, right? So welcome to Putty release 0.81 setup wizard. So now I'm going to set up that one. See, it will show me where to install. So this is the location I'm going to install. Say next, right? So add shortcut. Yes, I want to add shortcut also, right? Right. These are some options, right? Right. So I'm going to install now. So it's done, right? So that's done. Finish, right? Now you can see putty here. See, putty is installed here. See, software is installed. Now we'll go to control panel and see again. Go to control panel, program and features. Let's say putty is in here now. Let's see. Right. So it came back. See, right? Putty. So likewise, you can try installing and uninstalling other softwares also, right? So, but you need to download uh, proper software and from the proper place. Otherwise, you will get you can get some viruses along with the software. So we need to get the software from the original place. Let's say you want to download media player. Let's say VLC media player, right? It's the official download, so don't go for unofficial stuff, right? So this is the original website where you can get the VLC media player official downloads. So you can open this, right? See, now here, from here you can download the original one. So if you say download VLC media player, they will give you hundreds of places, but you should know the original place where you can download the vendor site, the developer's website, right? So here we can download the VLC. See, I told you, know, they are also giving so much options. See, if you want Windows download, you have to get this one. If you want Mac OS download, you have to get this one, right? If you want Apple Silicon, you Mac OS again, and if you want Linux version of the VLC player, right, you need to download this one. If you want Android version, you have to download this one. See, right? Based on the operating system, you need to download. Otherwise, the application incompatibility we discussed last time. No, you can't execute Mac or the Android version on Windows-based operating system. You need to find out the proper version. So these are the versions, right? If you are using Windows computer, you need to get the Windows or the depend on the Windows 32-bit or the 64-bit, right? You can these both are compatible, but the general Windows is this one, so better to get this one, right? So likewise, you need to download. I already have the software installed here. This is VLC Media Player, right? So this is the software. Once you install, you can get this one. So you can see video clips of the movies using Windows VLC Media Player. That is very popular software, right? Right. Let's come back. Fatima, Hibaputa Manladua, is it clear? Right. Right. Now you know that we got two types of issues related to software, that is application related software and the operating system related softwares, right? So application comes on top of operating system, right? Operating system or the application installed on what? hard disk drive, right? Installed on the hard disk drive, right? So problems can get either from application or the operating system level. You need to find out the appropriate one, right? If the first try is to repair that application and try to get it work. If not, you can uninstall the application and reinstall and try, right? If the operating system related issues, like we discussed two issues, like one is disappearing the desktop icons. You can try right click and right click, go to view and see show the desktop icons option, and you can check whether the computer is on tablet mode, right? You can switch back to the PC mode and see whether you are getting the um, icons, right? Those are the issues, right? Actually, Putala, with this, um, our second chapter is over, right? So we discussed so many things, neither. We discussed so many hardware issues, so many software issues, uh, problems related to the connections, right? So many things, right? So it's sort of a theory and practical both, right? So just go through the book again, right? You can have a better understanding, right? Next week, we'll start the word processing. It's a full of practical thing, but there are some um, things you can try yourself, and you have to remember some things also, right? So, so next week we'll start word processing thing. Hope this interruptions won't happen next week, right? Then we'll stop for today, right? Okay, right. Okay, then good night to both of you, right? Okay, good night.